What's up, guys? So today we're going to be VOD reviewing IC Fusion, who is in the reboot round, and we're going to see why he's in reboot round and what he could do to qualify for those 20 spots that are left for grand finals. Looks like IC does go Grotto over here. Instead of taking the vent, takes this side very interesting approach. Usually guaranteed one chest. So it's not too good, but he is going to get the henchman loot right here. Alright, so immediately zone pops, and we can't tell what he looks for, but he does get lucky enough to get Brutus right here. We can't tell if he's looked at map yet, but definitely dead side's going to be all the way under here, and that should be his main goal, is to get the minigun, get the vault, and I guess redisguise, and get to dead side while securing his mats. So let's see what he does right over here. Okay, so here's this player, disguise, and sees the ramp. I see he is a controller player, so he does want to get this free beam if he can. Doesn't get too greedy, which is a really good thing. A lot of players would keep pushing it, kind of like he is right now. But this is FNCS, right? So there's a lot of money on the line and not a lot of spots. So he does a good thing. He blocks off the vault right here. He has secured it, basically. We really don't know his loadout because all we have are the replay files. We don't know his loadout. We don't know how many mats he has. We don't know a lot about this. At this point, he is kind of wasting time. I don't know what he was doing right there, but he should at least be on a ramp right here, so he has vision of this. I know he blocked it off and would probably hear it, but still something nice to have, just know where exactly everyone's at. And at this point, he should honestly, after he hears that sound, he should know he shouldn't run right out and take the vent. He's just gonna farm up real quick, which is pretty good. He hears all these footsteps. He definitely should take porta potty out instead of vent, which is probably what he's gonna end up doing. See, so now he knows the player boxed up over here, took his wall, and now he's getting pressured. That's why he should have been at least had a stare right here, and he would have been able to pressure back a little bit. Now he's gonna try and go for the C4. He's not gonna get any tags. It's not an easy angle to hit. And at this point, he's kind of just wasting time and ammo. IC definitely doesn't have a lot of ammo, doesn't have a lot of mats. Probably has like 600 total mats, needs to get out of there. Best thing he can do. Should honestly work his way over to the vent from here and get as far down over here as he can. So IC, instead of grabbing position, looks like he wants to grab more mats, which is definitely it's a trade-off, right? So instead of getting a better position on dead side where he could farm up later, he's farming up now, and now these people have a higher chance of coming up through the vent. Anyone from dirty can rotate over here. Anyone from here could still be here, and he's gonna be running into them. As well as now he's going in between POIs now, so he's between retail and the flopper pawn, so he could get pinched super easily right here. He's honestly, the best rotation path would have just been to rotate into the vent, take it out, and now instead he's forced to this engagement with Spidey, who I think did take the vent because he was landing Grotto with him. Yeah, this whole engagement would have been avoided if he just went around, because like, I mean, we could see over here there's only the kid at retail. Instead now he's forced to be with Spidey. This river could take him all the way down to dead side if he plays it right. Let's see where he stops. Definitely needs more break. This is a good spot to stop. And he gets out right here. Now, zone did pop, and it looks like he wants to white line it from here. But honestly, his best thing would have been to keep going down the river, get up over here where my mouse is right now, and then rotate in to dead side over here as much as he could, because look how congested he is now. We have the kid from retail rotating in. We know there was still two kids Grotto, so that's one of these guys, and there's a kid right next to him from Piao Piao, and then we have 1 2 3 4 5 kids from Lazy, who now he's running right into with only 58 people left. So that's a good majority of players, and all because this side, everyone needs to rotate in from this side. So this is where congestion is going to be at its highest. So white lining this isn't really the best idea, but it does look like he gets a kill right here. So let's see how he does it. He gets shot at. Luckily, Devious misses all his shots. A little too aggro for no reason. This kid only shot at him just to see if he could get a beam. And now look at all the wood that he wasted, and now he's spending time refarming. So I don't know why he got so aggro there. Just controller player things, it looks like. Alright. So he's already hit him for 80, so in his head this is a good fight. He's putting some nice pressure down and shooting him through builds. Once he hit him for that white tag, that was a good push to take. He got a nice pad out of it, max mats, RPG. He does drop his big pots for the RPG though. Gets full right here and then rotates out. It's only a good fight once he gets that white tag. If he didn't get the white tag from his minigun right there, he would have known that he either had slurpfish or flops to pop, and that would have been a rough fight and it would have taken a long time. But because he gets that white tag through the build with Brutus minigun, he's able to take that fight, and honestly it's a good fight at that point to just get into the box. So again, right here we see, like I said, this side's gonna be the most congested, and look, everyone over here is already congested. Everyone wants to get center or second for some reason, even though it doesn't guarantee third. They think they're just gonna be in a better spot. So everyone that was over here initially when center first rotated to center second, and then everyone that was back over here is now rotating in. So he's in a really pinch spot right now. Just pretty congested, just because he didn't take any of these ways, which clearly would have way less players, because look how many he's getting right now. And now Barrel's gonna hold him. Macon's right here, probably gonna join the holding, and he could have boxed up sooner too, just to stay edge and have an easier rotate around back here. So let's see where Zone pulls and what he does next. All right, so this is something good that he's doing right now, actually, seeing how screwed he is. Not really, but no, it's good because he's cone peeking, right? So he's able to see right now how many people are around him, what's going to be a good rotation path, which doesn't look like there's many, but he can now see this player most likely, and he was able to see that this guy didn't get shot at once while rotating over here, so he could probably go down over here and rotate in from there if he has to. So again, let's see where Zone pulls. So Zone pulled over here. Look how congested this is. Again, everyone wants to get as deep as they can until they get shot at, which isn't the best idea because you're ruining your shield economy at that point. And like Icy dropped all his big pots, so it's not that smart. So this kid's in the best position right now. These kids right here. He has a tough rotate on him. The best he could do super easily is just get in and play edge, but you want to play center or third. So let's see how deep he could get. How he does it. So this is a good rotate because he scouted it before. He knows there's only that kid and that there's a lot of builds right here. I don't know what this kid is doing. I don't know why Tidal's pushing him. I think Tidal is trying to white line it, it looks like. I don't even know how that wall's nice. But yeah, now Icy's a little nervous. Tidal didn't need to go for that shot. I don't know why he did. But yeah, looks like Icy's playing a bit more emotional instead of using his original rotation path that he planned on. He clearly would have just gone deeper, whatever this direction is. But now Tidal's playing super emotional now too because he boxed on top of him. He thinks that he's about to W key him. See, there's really no reason for Tidal to be pushing this and to be trying to get piece control. They're both in a decent spot. Like, they're not gonna be third partied for this fight, most likely. I mean, look what happens. Who he pissed off, you know. He comes in, whiffs the shot, but does get the finish. There was really no reason for Tidal to push that. All he did was grief his own game because he got one tag and thought that he could have gotten the kill. But instead, Icy out controller player Tidal, who is on controller, and won that fight. But now, look what happened. They're stuck congested side of zone. Look, there's like no one over here, right? I mean, we don't know about right here, but no, I'm guessing there's not a lot of people over here too. These guys are gonna have an easy rotate. All of these guys are gonna have a hard rotate because they're congested. And lucky for Icy, he's kind of on a less congested part, so he's gonna have a free rotate. And he kind of got blessed with zone, and he could easily tarp in with the extra metal and brick. He's kind of wasting time right here by doing all this though. He probably could have got in without tarping all this. And now he has zero information around him, right? There's a lot of gunshots going on behind him. and those are people he could possibly hold. He also needs to elevate right here. As we could see, Barl is on a really good layer because he's had this position the entire time, but Power's on an even better layer, right? Lucky for Icy, he pulled zone, but at this point he should definitely layer up a little bit because look at all these potential kills that you have. Shifu, he doesn't even see him because he's not in a good layer to be able to get tags on him. And that would have been a free focus. Vert would have joined in. Riversun probably would have joined in. And he's missing just a lot of information, right? He has zero information about the back of this hill. Definitely, even if he went up 2 layers, he probably wouldn't have information. But we could see Vert, he's already getting a higher elevation, which is better for him. But now, like, he probably would be able to see that Caleb was getting sprayed over there. He would be able to see gun deals a lot easier. And yeah, it looks like Icy's just missing out on a lot just because of the layer that he's on. Which definitely, when he pulled half in, he should have used the mats. He should be max mats right now to get up. Okay, so if he was going to do this, he should have done this way earlier. And it looks like he's center of half in now, which isn't really that good. Lucky for him, he does have a pad, but he's not scouting at all, right? So he just missed the kid that was that launch pad in. He would have had a free kill. He's probably nervous. You could tell by him just being in the cone. Either that or his mom called him for dinner and he told him no. He told her, no, mom, I can't. I'm in the middle of a game. I'm going to win money. Which unfortunately he didn't. But yeah, just missing out on a lot over here. Not really the best RPG. I don't know how many rockets he has. If he has a lot, then probably worth, because he could get penguin focused by the guy above him right now. So we gotta remember dead sides over here. For zone, and zone pulls straight across, right? So this is an easy launch pad for him. He should be scouting though right now. That's something that I'm noticing that he's not doing. Also, none of these builds are his, so this isn't really the best thing. You should really just expand out one to his left right now. So he hasn't scouted at all behind him and doesn't even know if there's anybody over here. He does know these are his old builds that it pulled to, so he got pretty lucky with that. But again, either he's replugging his controller or telling mom, no, I'm not going to eat dinner right now, and not scouting at all, right? So he's missing out on a lot of free beams, a lot of possible kills with Bruce's minigun with RPG, and he's still not set up for his launch pad, right? So he's about to set up his pad. But he didn't even open up once to take advantage of why you late pad. So let's see what happens. That'd be a good layer to land on. This isn't a good one to land on. He should really build up. I know he wants to heal, but look how many people are ramping over him now. And now look how congested he is, instead of him staying ahead and getting into zone. So he does a good job getting out of there though, but he's still not looking behind him and using zone as a natural choke point for him to get these kills. And now that he does, already all the people that were back there caught up, and all the builds are there. So he sees Senen going for a big pot right here. That's a good thing to go for. After he doesn't get it, he does a good job of not being too greedy. But he could be using this time to just look up, to scout. At this point, Icy should still have a lot of mats, as he used a pad and built, what, 3 boxes? I think he built a total of 3 boxes in this time and solo tarped into here. He should still have a ton of mats, and he should be ahead of Storm right now. But it looks like he let himself get congested over here. He gets boxed in by Sened. Now he's forced to drop down, right? Misses the launch pad. He shouldn't have went back for this pad. He should have just kept going. He does end up getting a kill because of it, but doesn't even pick up the mats. He's going back for the mats. I guess he saw the floppers. That's the only reason to go back for that. But now he's stuck behind Storm over here for literally no reason. Look, he's 20 health, 10 health. Almost died to Storm. All when he could have just stayed ahead after he got that kill. He didn't even need that kill either. It didn't look like he needed a refresh. Should be staring up right now. Keeps whiffing his edit. And then just dies to Tavern. So we could tell right here that as long as he stayed ahead of zone, which he clearly had the mats to do so. If he didn't, I'm very confused how he didn't have mats for that. Got caught by Sened. Sened did a good job. He goes down. Good stuff going down. At this point, he should be layering back up. He went for the pad without even checking, which is a big problem. He also went for a high pad, which he probably would have gotten beamed out of and gotten no value. If he went for a low pad right here, he wouldn't even gotten caught. And this guy's on him. He goes for the minigun because he's controller player. Gets the kill. Goes back for everything when he didn't need to. Now he's taking a ton of storm, right? Could have stayed ahead. Been here with Vert and Jay, who are doing a phenomenal job staying ahead of zone. Now instead, Icy's stuck on low ground. 10 white health. Should have a ton of mats. Not building up at all. Definitely just in a very scuffed position now. All because he didn't stay ahead of zone. And also back crosshair placement to just put it in Tavern's box. If he went ahead of zone, he would have been able to minigun Lucas, any other kid that was coming in late. Probably Tavern too. He would have had a lot more kill opportunities, and he would have gotten more placement. Because I doubt he needed a refresh. And if he did, I'm very confused why. He also probably could have gotten height right here because he did have a power weapon. He had an RPG. So yeah, that's game 1. So some notes about last game that I wanted to get into before we go into this game, where he wasn't really rotating dead side to be able to put himself in the best position. So he got forced into engagement with Tidal and other players. Luckily, he was able to kill both of them. But the other thing was he also wasn't abusing his RPG that much and his minigun. When he did use his minigun, it was used very well. But he missed out on a lot of opportunities, all because he wasn't scouting as well. He didn't scout a lot of times when it was important, and when he did, he also didn't take advantage of the opportunities that he should have been able to see. And the last thing is he just wasn't staying ahead of zone when he needed to, and got a little too tunnel vision, which happens to the best of us, but definitely something that could have possibly won him the game, or at least gotten top 2. So yeah, let's hop into this next game. So here's the kid walking. He hits a fat 80 pump. And he's just holding angles right here. Kenshi definitely could have edited that wall and killed him, but Icy did a really good job at holding that angle and using his right hand to his advantage. So Icy gets lucky and gets Brutus again. Brutus spawned up top, then he wouldn't have had him, but lucky for him, he spawned right there. Nice. So I don't like that he blocks up that top right there because he blocks off his own line of sight. Clearly something spawned down here. No, apparently I don't know what spawned from the crate. So right here he's kind of wasting time. He's kind of deciding what he wants to do, if he wants to fly out or not. We haven't even looked at zone yet. He's on a really good spot for zone. All he needs to do is stay around here, just fly out, stay around here, and box up on something. So preferably something somewhere in dirty, something up top over here. Just replace something to get his max mats. And while he's rotating over to it, farming up his mats. So Icy realizes he still has the rest of this. He does waste time right here by not placing a build. Once you place a build while scanning, it opens it instantly. So here's the other player. Definitely doesn't want to take the 50-50. It's not worth it. Let's see what happens. Looks like the other player disengaged. Icy's giving up all, by using this time, he's giving up all of his potential for max mats and better position. Kind of just stays here, I guess. I can guarantee Icy right now has probably a max of 600 mats total between all his builds. So this is definitely a really, really poor position for him. And he's probably getting like 30 from... These railings are probably giving him 20 to 30, and the stairs, same. So it's something to farm up because it looks like he's probably a little nervous, especially not knowing his surroundings. But as we see right here, just rotating up, and there's a building above this in Grotto that he could just be at, or he could be boxed up next to the vent too. So now that he has max metal, he definitely could just go up and get max brick and wood from up top. If Icy plans on staying here, what he needs to do is completely block this whole side off. So I don't know why he's coned up right here. I guess his mom really told him it was time for dinner this time. I don't know what goes on with that. But look, now he rotates out, and he doesn't have max mats. He knows there's a guy there. Like, there has to be, especially if the builds are there. And now his shield economy is really trash because he doesn't have any spare bigs or anything. All because he went right here instead of just playing it slow. And the amount of time he wasted down there, he really should have just completely replaced off the whole area, blocked it off, and then got wood later on a different rotate. Now instead he goes back down. I don't exactly know what he's doing. I think he's trying to find a big pot. So now this is a good rotate. This is where I wanted him to go for in the first place. But definitely, instead of just cutting right through over here, he really should be all the way going to the right all the way around here and cutting in. Because this is going to be dead side up here. And really being right in between everyone in here isn't the best idea. So he was forced to white line because of how long it took him to rotate. And now look how congested he is. Because most players had to rotate in from either over here or over here. So he's on the congested half of zone. And lucky for him, he pulled zone. He really could just keep going from here. I think he'd be fine to keep going. Yeah, if he just kept going left, he definitely could have gotten in even more. I don't know what his mat situation is like, unfortunately, because you can't see it. But he should be able to get a max brick again right here. So if I were Icy, I would definitely, when I was rotating in, I would have crossed this river because it's the biggest landmass and people hold other people at rivers if they have to cross it. So there's a chance that he gets held right here, and his health isn't even looking that good right now. He really should be looking back in the storm because he would have seen that guy. But yeah, it's not really something to think about. He's probably thinking this guy's super low. If he took that much storm, he's probably not, because it took him a whole circle for him to start coming in. So, you know, yeah. Like I said, this was the least congested part. I mean, like majority of players are right there, 53 alive. And then he does need to rotate to either right there or across, and I would definitely do everything I can to get across. Something else to keep in mind for Icy, when he's in this position, he does have a pad, so if it pulls all the way across like this, he is able to just pad over. And look, if he was across over here, he would have had an easier rotate. But it looks like he's gonna have to take river down and just hope people aren't focusing him. So let's see what he does. Okay, so he hears them fighting, takes advantage of that. It's a really good opportunity. He sees Hav, and he's just going to keep rotating. That's smart. Yeah. Like I said, this was the least congested part. This is the shots right there. Does a good job at elevating. Definitely can go above Joda right here. Doesn't want to use too many mats. Looks like he wants to hold high ground. He needs to be careful when just being up like this, because he can easily get heavy sniped. At this point, if he's only focusing the patterns over here, he should definitely place one ramp out to his right over here, and he'll be a lot safer. As well, Bruce's minigun does a lot of damage, even on patterns that are far away. Like all these guys that they padded, he could get some nice tags over what his AUG is doing, which he's missing a few of his AUG bullets because of Bloom. But just watching out, looking for heavy snipes. People are building behind him. He should really be watching behind him too, instead of just tunnel visioning on these guys. Gets lucky, he pulls zone, so he can hold height right here. He just needs to pressure everyone else on opposite side who's going to try and go for it. And lucky for him, they're divided by this river where everyone needs to cross and drops down so far. So he basically is guaranteed height right here. Definitely, like I said, minigunning would have helped. He gets that kill, nice. At this point, he needs to look at these people who are still high in the air, beam them off a height, make them not want to go for it. Gets a little tunnel vision on that guy. He definitely wants to go ahead now and stay as far ahead as possible. Reconnect to this guy. He tries to, misses out a little bit. All good. Sees all these people. This is a good good awareness right here. But now he's also reconnected by nothing now. He's doing good at putting pressure on France. This is who he should be worried about most right now. But he should also be thinking about flopper players and anyone with a grappler. So if he can identify any of those, that's going to be the most perfect. I'm glad he identified that he needs to reconnect. At this point, with the amount of people that are one layer below him, he should really go up another. Really smart thing. He sees that no one's tarped out yet in front of him. If he tarps out alone, someone can easily just RPG him out and go for that. So that's really smart. He needs to get fully ahead right here, though. Definitely go up one after he sees this person. He definitely needs to be looking for his grappler. I just heard it, so he knows grappler's somewhere over there. So right now, he doesn't need to worry about it. I believe he's in zone right here. I don't know how many mats he has. He should still have a lot. And by a lot, I mean like 200-300. And he could definitely just keep getting ahead. He needs to pressure these second heights. And yo, good job pressuring motor. And the second he sees this, unfortunately, he only hits one tag and then gets pumped pretty hard. He definitely should have blocked it off. Got it unlucky, probably a little laggy. Doesn't want to get too tunnel visioned on that, on trying to go for the Brutus minigun, because as we see, it kind of got him killed right there. What's the end? So right here, so Rippers comes up, right? And he tries to break him out. At this point, he should definitely box up. Rippers gets a nice fat pump on him. He either should have committed to the 50-50 or not mess up his jump, basically. Messing up that jump kind of got him killed, as well as just not committing to the rest of the fight, because Rippers was one AUG burst away, or one more shotgun shot. So yeah, just a little unlucky that kid went for a height right there, but it was predictable, and also kind of unlucky bloom on Rippers. So yeah, guys, that was Icy Fusion. These were 2 of his FNCS games. A lot of potential fixes to get him more mats into the end game and into a better position to rotate, as well as more kill opportunities. So good luck, IC, in reboot round, and good luck to everyone else. And I hope this video helped.